Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. We are joined by Bloomberg's Valerie Teitel. And Valerie, a number of important names are moving on earnings this morning. And the word of the day, as it's been for many days, is tariffs. Let's start off with what we're getting from Merck this morning. Good morning, Valerie.
Hey, good morning, Nathan. Merck is up 1.6% in the pre-market. This comes after they said that they see $200 million of added costs for the tariffs announced to date, mostly involving a hit to one of its HPV vaccines that it sells to China called Gardasil. Now, Merck shares have already fallen around 40% in the past 12 months, and perhaps this charge of $200 million is a bit less than the market expected. Hence, we're seeing Merck shares up 1.6% in the pre-market.
Interesting. And we also heard PepsiCo mention potential tariff impact as well in their earnings.
Yeah, that's right. PepsiCo down 1% in the pre-market. It cut their full-year profit, citing tariff volatility, and now see earnings growth flat with last year. They cited that demand for the company's snacks and soft drinks is wobbling amid unpredictable U.S. trade policy and worsening consumer sentiment. They saw weaker demand in the previous quarter from North America. The CEO saying that PepsiCo expects an increase in their supply chain cost based on volatility and uncertainty around global trade. So another tariff warning from PepsiCo. Those shares are down 1% in pre-market.
After the close yesterday, we heard from a couple of tech companies, and those are seeing some big swings this morning as well, Val.
Yeah, let's start with Texas Instruments on the upside, up nearly 9% in the pre-market. The company gave a better than expected forecast for the current period, thanks to an increased demand for industrial and automotive components. Now, TI is working to navigate the impact of tariffs, including shifting some of its new facilities to ensure customers get chips made in locations with the lowest amount of exposure to tariffs. So investors like what they heard around that. TI up 8.5% in pre-market. Let's move on to IBM. Shares there are dropping near 7% after earnings. They reaffirmed their full-year guidance, Nathan, but the company warned that macroeconomic uncertainty was prompting clients to have a rethink in spending. Now, IBM, one of their main businesses is consulting. It's a big part of their revenue and a high degree of sensitivity to the economic cycle that kind of consulting spend from businesses. And so they warned that they might see clients rethink spending on that front.
And this morning, Valerie, airline stocks, at least a couple of them are getting the hurt.
Yeah, that's right. Southwest down 4%. Also, Alaska Airlines down 6.3%. Southwest reined in its growth this year, citing volatility surrounding U.S. trade policy, chilling consumer spending on air travel. So they're not spending as much in the second half of the year on growth. Alaska Airlines gave an update on their second quarter earnings, came in below Wall Street estimates, but they did not update its full year guidance due to recent economic uncertainty and volatility. So falling in line with some other companies, withdrawing guidance or not wanting to give an update on their full year guidance. So shares of Alaska are down 6.3%.
And just quickly, get us an update on Chipotle Mexican Grill after their earnings.
Yeah, Chipotle down near 4%. They basically are seeing their quarterly sales decline for the first time in almost 5 years, and they expect the current tariffs to hit second quarter results by about 20 basis points. But they are not planning on raising menu prices just yet. The spending slowdown was broad across income and geographies. So that's a warning from Chipotle that their sales are suffering. The shares are down 3.6% in pre-market.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.